Let's try a qualifying finance problem. Mr. and Mrs. Smith would like to obtain a 30-year conventional mortgage for $270,000 at 5% interest. What would be the minimum monthly income they need in order to qualify with a 2836 expense to income ratio? If the monthly P&I would be $1,500, annual taxes and insurance $3,600, monthly PMI of $100, and monthly HOA payments of $75. The Smiths have $350 in monthly recurring debts. All right, let's start our problem off by making a T-bar. And we know the easiest thing to place into a T-bar is the rate. The first rate we come to is this 28%. So no more than 28% of someone's monthly gross income can go towards housing expenses. And by housing expenses, we mean anything that you may be required to pay if you're getting a mortgage. So that would be our PITI, that would be any PMI you might have to pay, any HOA payments. These are things you have to pay if you are going to buy a house. So because it's a T-bar, we know this problem has either given us monthly gross income or housing expenses. Looking at the problem, we're looking for monthly gross income, so we're going to have to figure out the housing expenses. And according to this problem, we have the $1,500 for P&I. We have annual taxes and insurance for $3,600. Now that says annual. So if it's $3,600 annually, we'll divide by 12 and we'll get $300 a month for taxes and insurance. So we'll add that $300 as a monthly payment. We have monthly PMI of $100. And we have our monthly HOA payments of $75. So when we add the $1,500, the $300, the $100, and the $75, we're going to get a total of $1,975. We're going to divide because we know we have a top number and a bottom number, and then we find out this X, and I'll put it down here, is going to mean, it's going to be $7,053.57. So we know if the Smiths want to borrow enough money to cover all of their monthly housing expenses, this $1,975, together they need to bring in at least $7,053.57. Well, that's our first ratio. Let's go to the 36 side. We know that no more than 36% of the monthly gross income can go towards housing expenses and recurring debts combined. So from the other problem, the Smiths had the $1,500 for P&I, the $300 for taxes and insurance, the $100 was for PMI, and the $75 for HOA, plus we're going to add the $350 in monthly recurring debts. Adding that all together is going to give us a total of $2,320. So when we take this $2,320 and divide it by the 36%, we find out that the monthly gross income that the Smiths are going to need, according to the 36 side, is $6,444.44. So now we have two amounts. We've got this $6,000 over here, this $7,000 over here. Whenever you're looking at problems, here's a little hint. If they're asking for the maximum loan amount, you're going to choose the minimum or the smaller number. And if they're asking you for the minimum income, you're going to go with the maximum of whatever number you come up with. So in this case, they're asking us for the minimum amount, so we're going to look for the highest number, and in this case, it's this $7,053.57. This would be the answer choice you would choose. Please note, both would be on the test, but because they're looking for the minimum amount, we're going to have to go with the $7,000. because if they only make the $6,444, they don't make enough to qualify on the 28 side. So I hope this helps, and as always, if you have any questions, just let me know.